This guy was waiting at the corner of Ventura and 6th. He was an animal. Said his name was Bomb. Looking at it another way, it spelled mob. He was one of Mendoza's goons and looked ready to cut me up good. I went for my .45 with a hair trigger. Jumpin' Jehoshaphat! A Zippo miniature parachute. Where was it when I needed it? The goon had heard the fuzz wagon, too. Where the hell had he gone? Then I saw it.
He'd taken a powder. I decided to leave likewise.
Mendoza was out to get me. My guess was he'd make a move pretty soon. It was around that time I heard it, coming right at me. The press was onto it like a shot.
Wait, this is a scoop!
As I walked over, I could see he was very dead. The stiff had been yelling in Spanish as he flew by. It made sense. He was wearing a sombrero and stank of chili con carne.
Another Mexican rubbed out. That made 2 dead ones.
It was Lieutenant O'Grady. I thought about making a run for it, but he was toting a rod. Also, the undercover man had a gun in my back. O'Grady told me to get him up. Another dumb move. Caught red-handed. Tough break. I was in trouble. Big trouble.
They took me down to the grill room at the 16th Precinct Fuzz Palace, but they weren't serving up no steaks.
O'Grady was trying to nail me to a bum rap, but all he had on me were the dead bodies. We both knew they wouldn't stand up in court. I told him I needed to be on the outside to solve the case. I asked for a couple of days. But O'Grady wasn't buying. He said he'd only give me 48 hours. So I was back out on the street. I figured O'Grady would have put a tail on me. Guess I was wrong about the tail. It was just a kid. Things were quiet. Too quiet.
I decided to go see the fat man. He lived on a back street off Main Street. His name was Side Street. He knew the score.
He'd been playing Schubert. He just finished the Unfinished Symphony. He didn't need no music. Like I said, he knew the score.
Mr. Spanner.
The fat man charged by the minute, so I did some fast talking. I told him the whole damn thing from the beginning. About the girl and Harry. How Mendoza was out to get me. And about all the dead Mexicans. When I was through, he pointed to a sign on the wall. Made sense. But check out what? Maybe the note he was writing would tell me.
I think you will need this.
It was the bill. Consultancy fee, $250. Payable immediately. Before I left, the fat man gave me a new lead. And a dog to go with it. I needed a drink. It was a hole-in-the-wall kind of dive, but the booze was free if you played the tables. It was a joint where money talked. It said goodbye. I made for the bar. Funny thing, as you get older, every barman starts to look the same. I grabbed a stool and ordered 3 fingers. I'd left a dog with a hat check girl. I was trying to figure out why she'd call me Tiger when I saw the manager heading over.
Hi, Dickie.
I know his type.
You want some of this?
Like the nudist who sat on a bee's nest.
You liking the chips?
The smart ass.
What do you
He said his name
know
was
what
Truck.
makes her good money? I'm kidding.
Peter
For
Truck.
sake, just for you.
He offered me some chips on the house.
Lots more money.
I told him I didn't like heights.
No, you
Come to think of it, I didn't like French fries either. Some dumb jerk was still on the wheel. I figured I'd try roulette.
What you want him for? He's a
The croupier said to place my bet. Jumpin' Jehoshaphat. It was wholemeal. I put it all on 13 black. Well, easy come, easy go. $13 black. Could be unlucky.
Over here, Tiger.
I'd been hit. I'd heard of shooting a picture, but this picture was shooting back. How was I going to get out of this one? I figured I'd made another dumb move.
An hour later, when I was back on my feet, I saw someone had pumped the cowboy painting full of lead. That had saved my hide.
O'Grady called me aside. I called him Lieutenant O'Grady. He told me to get my shoulder fixed.
It sounded like sound advice. So I headed for May East Department on the wrong side of the east side.
May had taken care of the slug in my shoulder. She was a dab hand with a soldering iron. Something about the whole damn case was bugging me. Then as I lay there, I saw it. The big top. Sure, a circus. Harry the human Cannonball would have worked in a circus. Why hadn't I figured it out before? Jumpin' Jehoshaphat. There it was. The only circus in town. I decided to check it out in the morning. I needed a drink. It was late. The guy at the end of the bar had been on a bender. I knew the feeling. The barman was cleaning the place up. Some of the local kids had been breakdancing. I was thinking about my next move when I heard. The drunk at the inn was gone. So was the dog. An electric shaver and a mess of dog hair. It's crazy. Why in tarnation would anybody shave a dog? I ordered another shot while I tried to figure it out. The barman said one was enough. What the hell did he mean by that? Pretty soon, I got the answer. I was getting the giddies. Then I saw the barman's name was Finn. Right. Guess his first name was Mickey. It was around that time that my lights went out. Another dumb move.
I was under arrest for being drunk in charge of a bald dog.
O'Grady was reading the riot act. Then he threw the book at me. I asked the lieutenant how he'd tracked me down. He showed me the tail he'd put on me. I should have spotted that, except it was striped. Anyway, it was a lucky break. There was nothing they could hold me on. I was free to go. I'd taken a Greyhound to the edge of town. It was a rough ride, but I was following the only lead I had. There it was. Senior Arlova's Flying Circus.